Resistance Chicks. We are your hosts, Leah and Michelle. Today's the 28th of May.
Why aren't you trying it in the Polish, in the Poland?
Because we don't know Poland. Don't do Poland. We don't know it very well. Okay, that's not the same video. I haven't seen this yet. I'm just repeating what I had said. For those of you who are our viewers that do not know...
When we upload videos and we say epic rant, must watch, then that means all of our subscribers have to watch it.
Yes.
Okay, and before this video went viral on Poland television, I don't think all of you watched it. So now, before you get to watch this, you must, required viewing homework, go back and watch our video.
I want to tell you guys something. There are a lot of times when we do a video and I am like, man, that video was so great. I hope that all of our viewers see it, and it gets like 150 views. And I'm like, are you serious? There's no way I can force you to watch videos, right?
There's some messages that we have that we feel like, wow, that wasn't us.
But then the message came across really powerful. This video was one of those videos, and so, but because it's Poland and it's a female, a lot of times if we put up kind of an unknown female as a picture or whatever, y'all don't click on it. Okay? Well, I'm very proud of you because we actually did have a considerable, I think there was like 500 views of our own viewers before it went and got picked up. It was shared by a Polish news station, Republika, or something like that. I don't know how to pronounce these things. Again, we don't know Poland. I don't speak Polish.
I don't speak the Poland.
Okay, don't speak Poland. But... not only did, so we found that, and it was like, their Facebook page has like 169,000, followers. I was like, oh, how cool. They had written a little article about us, and they had shared it, and we were getting all of these views. And I was like, oh, that's so cool. They wrote like a little...
Republika.
Does it translate it to Google?
It is translated,
isn't
it?
No, that's, what does that look like English to you?
No.
You already speak in tongues, you read in tongues. You just read it all.
Usually
it's not
it comes
translating.
Up, it just comes up, translating.
Right there.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. There we go.
Translate page being translated.
Okay.
America's won another heart, see. And she did.
Yes, she has. And she's not just our heart, but so many other ones. Read it just a little bit what it says.
Following the publication of a fragment of the speech, Prime Minister Polish Beata Szydło from the parliamentary
rostrum.
You know what? That's probably
sometimes it doesn't exactly.
Yeah. During which called on Europe to establish. This is funny.
It says knees, but we don't really. It's Google translation.
So they mentioned Milo here. I don't know. Did I share from Milo's speech? Maybe I did. I know Breitbart. I think I shared Breitbart.
Well, I think there's other people that have been speaking out saying that she did a great job.
We are the two journalist video bloggers of America. Yeah. And then here's the Here's the clip from. Here's our whole clip.
No, this is our video right here that they shared.
This is the picture. Yes, very exciting.
I thought, oh, how neat. We're getting all of these thousands and thousands of views. We're coming from this. And then on that video, several Polish viewers were going, you were on the nightly news. And we're going, really? And they're like, yeah, it was all over the whole country. It was our national nightly news. And Lee and I were like, send us the link. And then we couldn't click on the link, and finally we got one.
So exciting.
We were terribly excited that I can't believe. I'm still a little bit in shock. At least, like, Michelle, should we even cover this? Isn't it a little bit self-serving if we... I'm like, no, our viewers, half of you, aren't even going to know that this happened.
What happened to
because you're not following us on Facebook.
Where's my video?
I don't know.
Wait.
So when our mom actually, we were out. Let's tell them what you were doing first. Just give them a little recap of the day.
A pig pen. It was covered.
She had made this big mound, and my mom, she had been inside, the Patriot Gallery, and she yells outside, and she's like, I got it! And so of course we dropped everything.
She's like, you have to watch their intro. It's
their intro is so cool to their nightly news. It's all in Polish. You're gonna have to just deal with it.
Hey, yeah, if you know Polish, please feel free to
tell us. Yeah, we have no idea what they said. This is I felt like we were on like a roller coaster ride. Look at this. This is so cool. Now, I also have no idea how to pronounce this news station. No. That was the word.
narody przyjazne rodzinie, czynimy rodzinę znów silną.
I'm introducing all of the news for this evening, and this is going to be coming up. We've got a gay parade of some sort. This is Michelle's translation. A couple of other things. We're in the what's coming up. We're in the lineup of what's coming up. Probably skip a couple forward. And then there's a bunch of army guys walking around. Being nice. There's Leah. We're like in the intro.
Za granicą fala uznania po słowach Beaty Szydło.
Działa to, o czym myśli, o co się troska większość Europejczyków.
So I think that from what I've gathered is that her speech went viral all over the whole world.
And so they were just saying, look, even American Trump viewers find her so spot on and endearing.
Yeah, so
here's our little clip where it starts. Again, we don't speak Polish, y'all know that.
We don't do Poland.
Stany Zjednoczone, Wielka Brytania, Francja czy Szwecja. Internauci z różnych krajów świata szeroko komentują ostatnie sejmowe wystąpienie premier Beaty Szydło. Jej słowa o europejskich elitach i kryzysie migracyjnym spowodowały, że wielu stawia dziś Polskę za wzór. To z jednej strony, bo z drugiej od politycznych rywali płyną słowa krytyki. Karol Jotuszewski.
I love her. Today's Friday. I love her.
Te słowa amerykańskich blogerek to jedna z wielu zagranicznych reakcji na środowe wystąpienie premier Beaty Szydło. Jej słowa na temat polityki imigracyjnej odbiły się szerokim echem. Wszystko zaczęło się od filmu z tłumaczeniem słów premier na język angielski. Przygotowała go i umieściła w internecie Olga, 22-letnia studentka.
To był taki impuls i chęć pokazania za granicą polskiego stanowiska w kwestii polityki migracyjnej i przetłumaczyłam tekst, wrzuciłam go na Twittera, ale zdecydowanie nie spodziewałam się takiego oddźwięku. Widziałam na Facebooku, że film umieścił też znany amerykański zwolennik prezydenta Trumpa.
I heard Amerikanskis and President Trumpa.
Yeah. I think they mean the American viewers that voted for Trump are supporting.
I z tego co wiem, to zobaczyło go tam już prawie 1,5 miliona osób.
Szybko pojawiły się kolejne wersje językowe. Słowa premier przetłumaczono m.in. na francuski i portugalski.
Dzisiaj zagrożenie terrorystyczne jest faktem, który każdego dnia może dotknąć każde państwo w Europie.
Co wywołało lawinę komentarzy internautów z wielu krajów.
Wygląda na to, że przeprowadzam się do Polski.
Świetne przemówienie, właśnie tego potrzebuje Europa.
Nareszcie głos rozsądku z Unii Europejskiej.
Największy rezonans wywołał...
I've just figured it out. We have to end everything with Inski.
Inski.
The European Inskis.
The European Inskis.
That's
how you do the Polish.
The American Inskis.
European Inskis. Yes, skis.
I think I got it.
Yep.
Ten fragment wypowiedzi polskiej premier.
Dokąd zmierzasz, Europo? Powstań z kolan i obudź się z letargu, bo w przeciwnym razie codziennie będziesz opłakiwała swoje dzieci.
Te słowa zacytowała prasa m.in. we Francji i na Wyspach Brytyjskich.
Taki głos na tle różnych innych wypowiedzi w Europie to jest głos pokazujący odwagę i to, że premier Beata Szydło potrafiła nazwać rzeczy po imieniu.
Pani premier Beata Szydło o imigrantach powiedziała to, co myśli większość Polaków, ale myślę, że dużo ważniejsze jest, że powiedziała to, o czym myśli, o co się troska większość Europejczyków.
To, co myśli.
I wanted to give, I think that was the whole story. Hopefully we got to the end and all our Polish viewers. So I want to.
We're happy to have all of our new Polish viewers because we got a mass influx of subscribers today.
Yes.
And I think many of you are from Poland, and we're very excited about this.
Yes, so I want to bring it up here because I want to read some of the comments.
Our video, yeah.
So you guys are so awesome.
We actually had covered the Polish March months ago.
Yeah.
As one of the.
Yeah.
You guys need to understand the people of Poland are very devout, a very devout Christian nation, and so that really jives really well with resistance chicks. And so we have found kind of a set of brothers and sisters in arms crossing cultural barriers to take down the powers that be, the EU, just evil, the devil. That's what the EU is.
They say the Polish media are not democratic. We had a sample of it today. They didn't show cow dung. They showed you.
Yeah, I like that.
Good girl. I'm glad she is our prime minister. Crying over Europe's children. What children? They do not have children. Do those two broads have children? I don't know.
No, we do not.
Yeah, to sustain the society, one woman needs to have more than 2 children. Yes, we talk about that all the time. But we do suggest that you have a lifelong mate
Yes.
in order to raise a
That's very important. One person says, God bless America and you. We are Christians, but obviously we are not like these stupid European idiot pacifists. Give me the guns and I will fight for my home and the homes of my lovely neighbors against those invaders of foreign culture, tradition, and values. That's got to be one of my favorite comments. Give that a like while we're on here. Give it a little,
Smart and outspoken Christian girls. I love
American.
you. Postscriptum. You are actually wrong about the past and present Russia. Check with war with Ukraine, Georgia and Ukraine, and about the present tension of Belarus and Polish border. Otherwise, you shoot the bullseye. I don't recall actually talking about...
We talked about Trump and Russia a little bit.
Don't remember exactly. You have presently an excellent American president,
Donald Trump. Congratulations.
You girls are something. Not knowing Polish, you caught an obvious error in the translation of Beata's speech that they were supposed to be as effectively rather than efficiently. There are so many wonderful... Haha, they showed you in the Polish main news.
Yeah, I can't get over that. That's so ridiculous.
Big thank you, wise American ladies, from the depths of my Polish heart. Good luck, you brave Americans. True leader and a saint woman. Massive hype for Poland today. Russia is not a threat. Putin is
For the
U.S. Saudi Arabia is, and I agree there.
Yes.
Putin is exceptionally open-minded, and Russians, remember, victims of World War II. They never want any conflict. Thank you for sharing this speech of our Prime Minister among your society. Poland is definitely against Muslim invasion on our culture. Greetings from Poland. More people saying we were on the news today. So excited.
That's actually the person that...
Oh, thank you so much. We used yours, PRT 98989. A lot of people gave us some history of Poland.
Yeah.
And so I was really excited to get into that and read that. Thank you so much. Best regards and hugs from Poland. Poland is a shining light of sanity in insane Europe.
I would agree with that.
I agree with that. Islam is incompatible with a Christian world. When Muslims migrate to a Christian country, the killing of their hosts begin. This killing is taking place in Western Europe. Thank you, girls. You are beautiful. Greetings from Poland. Poland, for all people of goodwill. God bless you. We have our culture. We don't need another. And somebody said you should watch all her speeches. She has
chutzpah.
Yes, exactly. You girls rock. I am Polish and proud of it. Grasp to your president and never let him go with all your strength, with your nails and your teeth. He is the right man for the job. Otherwise, you end up like Sweden, Germans, and frog-eating, snile-licking France. So we don't want to eat the frogs. No, no, no. And then it says, this is very interesting. Poland is a poor country, and so any minimum payment is $350 a month. We are not in war with any Muslim country. Terrorists have no business here. Simple. If somehow Muslim immigrants come to Poland, they will flee from here to Germany,
and we will help them flee because we are poor and angry. As all get out.
As all get out. So, anyways, it just goes on and on and on and
this
on.
This video had so many likes and so many comments, and I think they were all from the Polish people, practically. And so, you guys, I want to thank you very much.
The population of Poland still believes in God. They are not fooled by the atheists and left-wing elite.
Libtards.
God and the concept of God or belief in God leads to decency, and the past is still alive. History is not ended just because you no longer believe as your grandfather believed. Putting off belief in God somehow makes societies forget their history. The history is that the filth of the Middle East has always wanted to invade Europe, has tried several times in the past, and this is a modern attempt. This time in the name of Allah. Islam is a curse. Muhammad was a false prophet. Jesus warned of Allah is not God. Only the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob is God.
Amen.
And so when we hear our resistance chicks, we try to be open to everyone, even open to Muslims, and we have gotten a lot of flack for. We do come at Islam from a Christian standpoint.
We can't come at it any other way.
And so we can come at Islam in a loving and kind manner because we have a dear friend in France who she has a family. She married into a family who were Muslims.
Right.
And she said before, like, I don't know, several years, it's just been recently they've gotten devout. Mm-hmm. But she said for the most part in France, the Muslims didn't actually live their faith. So being Muslims was more of like a cultural thing.
Right.
Rather than a religious thing. So culturally, Muslims are fine.
But when they start to embrace the faith and they start to read the Quran and they start to act it out,
right,
that's when the problems happen.
Exactly. I said this today on, I don't know if I can bring it up. I felt like it was really good when I was answering some people on Islam, because the number one thing people love to say about Islam is that Christianity has its faults too.
Right.
But, and I guess I can just go from my head, from my heart.
Well, you wrote it.
Yeah. My answer to that, because somebody wrote a real long thing on, you know, Christians had the Crusades, Christians had the Inquisition, and Muslims and Christians are equally to blame and blah, blah, blah. And I said this, and it really comes down to this, and I do want you to be kind to Muslims, and I want you to love them, even when they blow people up, even when they beat their wives.
So as a Christian, in essence, you're not supposed to turn the other cheek to the point where you let them hurt you, but you do have to extend love and then have wisdom. And like that one person said, give me my guns, I will protect my family.
Abla, who is a strong, devout Christian, was a terrorist who came to know Jesus. She didn't do anything, but she had terrorism in her heart.
Right.
And she came to know Jesus. So I want us to be always open. Don't close your heart to them. And we see that a lot with Christians in the Middle East, who after like all those Christians were beheaded, they still wanted to preach the gospel of Jesus to the people who beheaded their family members.
Exactly.
And that's the difference between Christianity and Islam, in my opinion.
Right.
And I want you to stay on that road. Okay? You need to call out Islam where they have faults, but you need to love Muslims. Right. And it's hard for you to do, I understand, but you can only do something like that with Jesus, with God.
And atheists and people that don't have a faith in Jesus Christ really are going to have a hard time. I'm not saying it's impossible, but you're going to have a hard time understanding the difference. How we can say, you know what, we would defend our lives with our guns and we will make sure that our family is safe.
But we're not going to do so with anger or hatred.
Exactly.
In our hearts.
Because we want them to come to Jesus.
Exactly. Even a murderer that comes to our family, I want them to come to know Jesus.
Right.
There's certain
and then they go to jail.
I think have turned their back on. I ain't going like Clinton. But anyways, so here's how you can know the difference between Islam and Christianity. First of all, Islam was created way after Christianity, after Judaism and things like that, by a man who said he heard from an angel from God Allah, and he created his own religion. Now, that you could say Moses did that, right? And Jesus came out of Judaism. However, when Muhammad heard from the prophet, or Muhammad heard from the angel, he kept hearing things that changed over and over.
One of the cool things about God is that in the Bible it says he's the same yesterday, today, and forever.
And so his Quran, you know, some people like the beginning, but then how did he spread his news? I was listening to a cleric in Australia. That's what that clip was. It was the cleric in Australia clip, where he says, we have a problem with Islam because, and this is a Muslim cleric, Muhammad spread Islam through the sword. Yeah. Muhammad had several wives. Muhammad had a child wife. Muhammad said to beat your wives, right? Talked about how to beat your wives. Muhammad, in the Quran, it talks about death to the infidel, death to the Jew. So it has all these different things, right? Now, throughout time, many people don't read the Quran. If many Muslims don't read the Quran, I was reading something else that many Muslims don't even speak Arabic.
Right.
And but those Muslims that speak Arabic that read the Quran are more likely
to wage jihad.
To wage jihad because they're reading the Quran.
Exactly.
Now, the Christians who committed atrocities throughout the ages, which there have been thousands and millions done by those who said they were Christians. The difference is they weren't living out the life of Jesus Christ, which is turn the other cheek,
love your neighbor as yourself,
love your neighbor, take care of the good Samaritan, take care of the poor, the weak, the maimed, the untouchable, the Mother Teresa type.
When you follow Islam in the Quran, you wage jihad, you kill people, you beat your wife. When you follow the Bible, you love your neighbor as yourself. So now, yes, you're going to have extremisms in any religion, but what is the basis of that religion?
Here's the thing. If you're a fundamental Christian, and I'm talking a radical, fundamental Christian who opens up his Bible and he follows his life after what Jesus said, you're going to sell all that you have and you're going to give to your poor. You're going to be the meek that inherit the earth. You're going to humble yourself. Right. You're going to
fast and pray.
Fast and pray. You're going to do all these great, wonderful things that are very self-sacrificing.
Yeah, humble.
Christianity is the most self-sacrificing, you know, essence of and being and living.
That doesn't mean Christians are the most self-sacrificing.
Right. Very few Christians are actually fundamental Christians, and we hear Hillary Clinton's and the leftists and the globalists don't want you to be a fundamental Christian.
Right.
Okay? And they make fun of fundamental Christians and they say, well, they do this or they do that. No, those are people like maybe even the Amish or maybe Mormons or different
Mother
people.
Dagum Teresa.
You can take these are people who take Christianity and then they add their own embellishments to it. Okay?
You're talking about the extremists.
Yeah.
Right.
No. What I'm saying is that people who look at they're like, well, that's a crazy Christian. That's a crazy Christian. You could call them extremists or whatever. But I'm saying when you're a fundamental Muslim, you follow the life of Muhammad to the T.
Yeah.
And then you're beating your wife. You're having multiple wives. You're waging jihad. You're killing the infidel. You're killing unbelievers. If somebody leaves Islam, you're killing them. You're throwing homosexuals out of buildings.
Yeah.
Right? But if you're a fundamental Christian, meaning you live your life a way that Jesus lived his life and taught us how to live his life, it's diabolical. So I would really hope that people would stop comparing Islam and Christianity or the atrocities of Islam to the atrocities of Christianity, because they're not apples to apples. They're totally different. You have to focus on what Christians did wrong and why.
Right.
And the answer on how to fix them is to be a better Christian.
Yeah.
To follow Jesus. With Islam and Muslims, the answer is to not live your life according to Muhammad. Live your life according to Jesus. Don't live your life according to Muhammad in those areas.
And we do need to wrap this up and sign it off. But as Resistance Chicks, y'all know we always bring you the truth. And so I'm not going to try not to step on people's toes here right now. There is a difference between a Muslim. You can call yourself a Muslim and be a Muslim, right? And atheists, they can't understand this. If somebody calls themselves a Christian, then they are a Christian.
Right.
A Christian is somebody who literally has Jesus Christ living inside of their heart. It is a real thing. It's as tangible as saying, I have an arm. It's attached to my body. Right. You can't not have an arm and say, I have an arm, and then just all of a sudden you have an arm. Jesus is either living inside of you or he's not, regardless of whether you say that he is. It is a real thing, okay? So if you're watching Resistance Chicks and you think that you're a Christian and you don't actually know what that means to know that Jesus is for sure living inside of you, then we have other issues. Send me an email and we'll talk. Okay, but really there is a difference between real Christians and people who say that they're Christians. So there's people that have said that they were Christians throughout the ages and they committed atrocities and they were not Christians.
But there's people who think that they're Muslims, but they're not really Muslims because they don't live their life according to the Quran, and I love those people.
Okay, we'll sign off there. This is Leah Michelle for Resistance Chicks, where it is not a conspiracy theory. If it's the truth, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to Mass Faith 3 and Resistance Chicks. Ring that bell for notifications. Find us on Facebook. Follow us on Twitter. We love you. God loves you. God bless. And welcome all of our Polish viewers. We love you.
Okay.
I was called